Hello everyone. So yesterday we made some good progress. We are now at 888 RTGs. I have a good system of counting them. I'm taking the number from the splitter and dividing them by 4. And all the other stuff we disconnected. So now we get the true amount of power that is on the platforms, right? So today we need to crank out way more large storage silo B, I think they're called. We'll take a look. And I think Vesania is just making lithium, hopefully, right? I counted them. The auto extractors that we have on Vesania, we now have 7, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because they are not very reliable, right? Sometimes they make like 50, 80, something like that. Sometimes they make like 300, 350, right? We need a certain number of auto extractors, right, to, on average, get the necessary lithium that we need, right, for the 4800 RTG challenge. I see that the game has loaded. Let's get into the game. Before we do that, I stream every day and I only play on stream. I start a new save game every time there is a patch released. So this save game is about 2 months old, right? Everything that you guys see, 2 months old. And we do that every time a new patch is being released. That's the challenge, right? And there's no behind the scenes, there's no staging, there's no helping. I mean, at least not yet, right? People have offered, but we were not really super serious about the helping. I think I can get the challenge done by myself. If you want to get notified when I start streaming, please subscribe. My subscribe button will work. There you go. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The bell icon will give you the notification, either in-app or over email, if you don't have the YouTube app installed, right? That's it. Let's get into the game. So I see the game in OBS. Let's see if it comes out in YouTube. Yep, I see the game in YouTube. Beautiful. So we're still making steel here, I hope. Tell me we need to get soil. I think we need to get soil. How much steel do we still have left? I mean, more than this little thing can handle. Maybe the Argonian will be sufficient, but this little thing is going to run out. So we need to get soil. Unfortunately, that sucks. But better do it at the beginning of the stream, because getting soil is rather boring, you know. Getting soil is rather boring. Come on, start your thing. That was almost perfect execution, if I say so myself. Checking chat real quick. I mean, today is Friday, so a lot of people may play their own games, right? Which is very understandable. So, we're just zipping here. This is the no problem soil collection strategy. We went this way last time, so let's go. There's like a thing here in the air, so we watch out for it. So it's just going to be 15 minutes of this nonsense. It can't be helped. It's going to be, it's just nothing like that. I thought I heard the sound. Eventually I need to check OBS quality as well. Yes, drop frames. Hopefully not. I adjusted. So we are like 1/13 done. Don't want to go too deep, because the layers are razor thin on solar. So better do that at the beginning of the stream, because it is rather boring. Nothing. Checking stream. So we are a fifth pull maybe, something like that. I'm just riding this divider here. A little bit low. I don't want to be too low because then I start breaking through. And this is really painless. You just go in a straight line. Once you're full, you turn around and come back. So we are now close to maybe 264. Going up a little bit, I think I'm a little bit slow. Well, let's see. You have to chase this divider here. The compound is strong in this one. I think aluminum we are full. Compound I don't need anymore. Carbon we are full. Roller we're struggling there a little bit. This is good. Still no one on. This is good. This is going. That one has a violent yeah, a bunch of people are playing this weekend, which is good. Perhaps might be more interesting, but I don't need resource connectors at the moment. Not too deep because we don't want to break through. Wow. You guys see how this is affecting the rover? Going up a little bit, I think I'm too low. But here we'll be fine. Halfway full, a little more. You know, because you need carbon, so for carbon you need organic, and there is no good way of doing this other than soil. Soil works really well. I don't know if you can get organic from the space platform. I assume you can. I never checked. Because, you know, whenever I need like 1 or 2 organic, I just go and cover up a couple of plants. That was well. I think I'm a little bit low, so let's try to... No, that was fine. Did it start to correct a little bit? Second stream, let's do this. We lost a little bit of coal there. What do we do? This platform is upside down. That's a little bit unusual. Let's go and check it out. Okay, nothing. Oh wow, the skills. The skills in this one are not strong. Yeah, this platform is just upside down, or on the side a little bit. It's odd. You usually don't see that. But other than that, there's nothing special here. Might as well take a look around, right? Another tunnel. Once we are full, we're just going to turn around and go back. There was an invisible pixel there. Three quarters. Almost there. I would say 90% full. Yeah, I think that was the sound. The thing being full. Alright, let's check real quick. Let's delouse the rover. I don't think we need anything of these types of resources. Kind of hard. Hey, Colton, sup? I've changed plans. Well, actually, never mind. Hey, great to have you here. Unfortunately, I needed to get some soil, right? So soil is always a little bit boring. Nothing I can do about that. But we're done with the soil. I wish, System Era would have like an auto extractor where you can get soil. That would make my life really easy. All right, so now we're just driving back to the base. Back to the base. And then we're going to make a ton of large storage silos B, I think it's called. A ton. We have 888 RTGs now, of the 4,800. So it's, I don't know, a fifth maybe of what we need. And I'm a little bit worried that System Era might be releasing early in September. Because they released early last time, because there was not a lot of development work, there was not a lot of testing work that was needed, right? We had 5 objects that they introduced into the game. The hoverboard, the VTOL, the mat was an object. The exocache crate, the black box was an object. And the exo chip, that's all object. Right? So 5 objects were added to the game. So, you know, not much development work, right? So now you are saying, and One Last Midnight is saying that the snail is coming next year. So I have no idea what's coming in September, right? Joe played around with the snail for eternity. But we don't know what's going to be in the next update, right? He hasn't really said anything yet. And really honestly, I mean, August is almost over. I think this would be a good time for him to have said something. Train is gone. Opportunity is gone. He should have said something. I mean, I didn't check Twitch in the last 2 days since I caught up on the snail. Yeah, me neither, right? No idea what's going to be in the update. No idea. One thing that I can tell you is that by now all the development work is done. Let me actually check drop frame rates here. CPU is 38%. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's zip the rover a little bit and switch back. Alright, cool. So you're just going to drive up on the base, deposit this structure there, and then drive the rover back down, and then I need to make a ton of large storage silos. By the way, it's not just that I need to make a ton of large storage silos. The auto extractors on Vesania need to collect lithium, right? So once we do like a bunch of storage silos with RTGs on them, we need to go to Vesania and reposition the auto extractors, right? That's how it works, right? It's not just that I need to do this, I'm actually layering the time to optimize my time, right? Yeah, it's getting late for them to say something about the September update. I agree. You know, this is why I was thinking the snail is coming in September. But now, if you and One Last Midnight are saying the snail is next year, then we have nothing. We are standing there in our boxers with nothing to show. Thanks, Joe. Right? That's the situation. We are there in our boxers. We have nothing. We have nothing but our dignity. Right? That's the situation that we are in right now. So it's not a great situation, but you know, it is what it is, right? We cannot change this. Joe should have done a better job, I think. This was his opportunity to show off a little bit, right? Let's say if they are releasing again on the 20th, 25th, something like that, right? He should have in the last stream like had something. Okay. But I just need to drive up here before I can check chat again, because remember I only have one screen. Only have one screen. Going to bed in an hour and a half so I can wake up at 6. Wow. That's you know, that's dedication. That is dedication. So give me that here. Are we out of soil? Not yet. Are we out of argonium? Not yet. Alright. So the rover is going back down because it always gets stuck up here. There's no helping it. By the way, all of this here used to be graphite extractors. All of this there was graphite extractors. We are done with the nanocarbon, so we don't need graphite extractors anymore, right? Alright. Somewhere here is like a large resource canister with 400 graphite. We don't know exactly where it went. It's probably downstairs somewhere, but we have no idea where it went, to be honest. Actually, I can go up this guy. So yeah, I'm sure I'm be crying in the morning. No worries. We have actually a second viewer on now. I really appreciate you joining. Get up there. By the way, you can see that the color doesn't go all the way through, right? You can see that there's some, the color only goes so deep. Okay, if this is still making steel, that's good because I need steel. Is this almost done piece here? Almost. So let's turn these guys on. Let's position some of these. This is a huge structure. We have 3 viewers online now. Thanks for watching. If you guys are new to this game or new to the channel, let me know. I stream every day. I start a new save game every time a new patch is released. And I do lots of challenges. I'm the guy that did 1007 shelters, which also, by the way, gives you 1007 power, but that's beside the point. I'm the guy that did 342 or something like that solar arrays. Those are the large solar arrays around Aatrox, which gives you between 800 and 1200 power on Aatrox. So and now I'm the guy that does, we already did 4800 nanocarbon alloy. That's completed. And now I'm working on 4,800 RTGs. That's what we are currently doing. This is the structure that will hold the RTGs. You can see 888 RTGs over there. And just to show you that this is real, I will show you the splitter here. I have there in the corner this little splitter that connects these platforms. And we now have 3,542 power. So if you divide that by 4, you get the 888 RTGs, but you get that number. I'd like to see a new aircraft, like an actual plane. You know what I would like to see is a bigger shuttle, because for these kind of projects, the large shuttle is not large enough. I end up going back and forth a lot. I would like a shuttle that has more than 2 large attachment slots. I mean, I think it can be done fairly easily, right? It's not like out of this world. I hope this is sort of okay. So yeah, and the large printers take the longest to print, so this is why they are running right now. And they will make enough platforms. Does this look right? I think so, right? To fill this up. I made like a large room around it so that I don't fall down all the time. You can actually take, this marks the 10 platforms, right? 10 deep, 6 wide. For you guys to get an idea of how big the structure is. It's all in adventure mode, right? I do everything that I do in adventure mode. There is no staging, there is no behind the scenes, there is no, you know, trickery. Whatever the game allows me to do, that's what I'm doing. So this is Gochis. We need how many more? 2 more rows. So we need 10, I would say. 10. We have 4 viewers now. If you guys are new, let me know. Your base is so much bigger and more complex than yours. I mean, my mega base is still complex, but yours is huge. Yeah. We have 4 viewers now. One of them is Colton, who is talking in chat. I start a new save game every time there's a new patch release, and I do challenges in adventure mode, right? So there is no behind the scenes staging like many of the other guys do, right? Let's open this up. Oh, you know what? We will be out of soil here. This is why I got soil in the first place. Yeah, you guys see we are like on the last 2 carbons. This is steel for the platforms, right? I need steel for the platforms. Okay, how is the argon looking? Getting low, but I think it should be fine. So eventually this front row will be filled in too. I don't know how this will look like if we need to move stuff over there, but eventually that front row will be filled in. It's pretty huge, huh? I can't, it's too far. It is too far. So we need to print 10 more of these. So for everyone who is on, who hasn't seen this yet, it's almost like ASMR, right? Pretty cool stuff. Alright, this one needs to be turned off now. You actually inspired me to get 400 nanos. I'm gonna start that challenge tomorrow. I'm gonna build a large resource canister and then do it. Build the automation for it as well. That's the hard part, right? So I will walk you through the automation real quick. This one makes hydrazine, so we get hydrogen, right? And then the ammonium resource canister goes here. You need 800, right? And then this one makes graphene. So the graphite large canister goes here, right? And then this one here takes the titanium, the titanite, it makes titanium, and then here is the nitrogen being fed and the graphene being fed into this. And the titanium alloy then goes onto the chemistry lab. Currently there's a large resource canister there. And then we have this row making soil into organics, melting it down into carbon, feeding it into this. The large resource canister with the hematite is here being smelted. The other arm takes it, puts it in there to make steel with the carbon and the argon. And then the steel is being fed into that, which is currently a resource canister, but before it was a chemistry lab, right? And then next to the chemistry lab that makes nanocarbon alloy is the large resource canister. So this is how the automation works. Just a little gratuity shot of the zero wall collection here. So this one's finished. I will let them finish today. I just need to pull them. So we have 4 right now. Let's get ready for to make these guys here. It's too far. It doesn't reach. Crazy. Yeah, I'll make a room underground just to nano automation. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I thought I had it. Alright. I also need to make lighting. Right? Because at night this gets dark, so I need to make some lighting. This is steel here. Right? Of course we have enough power now for the printers and the automation and all that stuff. Hey LOL Killer, wie geht es dir? Tomorrow is going to be my Astroneer Day, where I just play that. That's awesome. LOL Killer, wie ist das Wochenende? Alles klar am Wochenende? Oh, I hate when that happens. Hold on, I need to turn this off. So we have 888 RTGs right now. We are going to make 4,824, something like that. Ja, Wochenende immer gut. Wieder am Saufen. Gut, gut. Dann machen wir schön saufen. Kein Problem. Freundin auch ein bisschen, denke ich mal, nicht? Nicht Freunde, Freundin. Musst du auch mal machen ein bisschen, nicht? Denke ich mir mal. Ich glaube, du bist 18, nicht? Da ist das schon in Ordnung. Kann man auch Freundin machen. So this is 6, 8, 2 more. It should be... Is it empty? It's empty! Dude, finally! Okay, this guy still has stuff left, but that is okay. Alright. Gucci, Gucci. Oh, keine Freundin. Dann tut man saufen, denke ich mir mal. Tut man saufen. Wenn keine Freundin, dann tut man saufen, nicht? So geht das. Auch in Ordnung. I tried to do only one, but no such luck. So this guy is Dunsky. I'll move him here. Okay, I only want one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine that it distributes it over there. That's perfectly fine. I will make more of these today, but I'm not going to rush like yesterday because rushing is killing me. Holton, Retro, been looking fresh today. Good, good. Sie sagt immer, dass ich nicht saufen soll. Also, ja, werde ich nicht sagen. Da gönn dir das mal. Weißt du, ich habe einen Amerikaner, der ist in Stuttgart, ist ein alter Freund von mir. I have an old friend who is working in Stuttgart, which is a city in Germany. And we are going to do a alcohol taste test. So I got Asbach Uralt. I never had it. In Germany it was too expensive, so I got like a bottle of Asbach Uralt. I have no idea how it tastes. No idea. We'll find out tomorrow. I have a Zoom session with my friend. I will find out what it is. Because when I was young, right, the bottle back then was like $26. No one was able to afford that. Er arbeitet für das amerikanische Militär auf einer amerikanischen Militärbasis. Er ist Cyber Security. Before that, he was in Australia doing also for the American Cyber Security. And then, I need to turn this off. And before that, he was in, I forgot what it's called. He was in the Middle East, also doing cybersecurity. Meine Nummer für den Freund. Ach Gott. This message is helpful review. Ja, ich will auch Soldat werden. Na, vielleicht. Vielen Dank. Ja, he can't speak German at all. Right? He is an American. He doesn't speak German. He lives there now for like 5 years or something, but he works on the base, right? So he has an apartment, you know, he has a daughter. Daughter is going to school. I think she's like 6 or 7, so it's like 1st or 2nd grade, something like that. I'm gonna take a shower, maybe back, I don't know, but see you later. Okay, tell you how tomorrow goes for my progress. Awesome. We now have 3 viewers. If you are new to this, I'm starting a new save every patch release. So all of what you can see here is done in the last 2 months, right? And we are doing the 4,800 RTG challenge, just like the title says. So currently we have 888 RTGs, just a coincidence. We have a splitter connected to this platform, so the splitter has a readout of how much there is. I need to turn these off now. Wie weit bist du schon? 888. Von 4800. Also nicht sehr weit. 888. Ich muss mal ein bisschen machen hier. Alright, so step 1. The platforms are now finally done. Am I in this thing? Yeah. Can I go into this thing? Yeah, everything is fine. So these are the platforms. There is 17 of them. This way, 17. And then 6 this way. 3, 6. Right? So these are the remaining 10 platforms that go here. And then these are the structures for the RTGs. And while we are doing this, we are actually waiting for auto extractors on Vesania to make, to get us. Meine Freunde explodieren gerade, dass ich einen amerikanischen Kollegen habe. Ja, schön, gut. Ja, ich habe das weit gemacht, weil dann brauche ich nicht so viel Längeweise. When I was dreaming, I had 5 across and 20 deep. But then when I set it up, it looked like I can do 6 across easily. It's not going to be, see, to the rest of the structure, it's not like out of this world, 6 across, right? And the middle is exactly here where this thing is. Right, you guys can see that this is where the middle is. Right, like so. So there's 3 this way as well. Right, up to here. And this doesn't count. This is sort of like the stuff that I had before, but it's connected to these guys. And the only connection to the base is this one thing that's going through the splitters. There is a connection here, but it doesn't go to the base. See, here. But it doesn't go to the base, it just goes to that platform for the shuttle. Hallo, hier ist Julian, ein Freund von LOLkiller. War Donald Trump gut oder schlecht? Weißt du, es ist schlecht, würde ich sagen. Er hat ein paar gute Sachen gemacht, wenn es zur Ökonomie kommt. Alles zusammen war er nicht so gut, weil er hat ja eine Insurrektion angezeigt am Januar, 6. Januar. Nicht, da hat er auf Twitter, glaube ich, hat er Leute gesagt, geht zum Parlament und stürmt das Parlament. Nicht? Und er wird immer noch da investigiert für das. Nicht, ein Präsident sollte sowas nicht sagen. Julian, good to see you. You had 4 viewers there. Ach so, danke. Ja, kein Problem, ne? Kein Problem. Muss ich ein bisschen machen. Ich glaube, das ist der letzte. Da können wir das mal aufhalten hier. So we stop this. We don't want to make too many of these. I don't want to kill myself. It's Friday, I want to chill. I don't see my cursor. Too far. Come on, go somewhere. That's fine. This steel, I don't know, how much steel is in there? How much iron is there? A ton, like 200? Shoot, 214. I don't know what to do with this thing. Maybe I will make some dynamite and explode it. There's no other way to get rid of resources, you know? Hier ist Marvin. Ist das gut in Amerika oder lohnt es sich nicht dort zu leben? Amerika ist sehr gut. Weißt du, es gibt sowas nicht wie Ausländer in Amerika. Jeder ist willkommen. Da ist das schon sehr gut, right? Und es macht nichts aus, von welchem Land du kommst. Dein Gehalt wird das gleiche sein, dein Einkommen wird das gleiche sein, ja. Die tun nicht verschiedenes Einkommen machen, dependent on das Land, dein Geburtsland. Es ist sehr schön. Und es ist ein großes Land, ja. Was hat Amerika? 380 Millionen vielleicht Einwohner, so irgendwas. Und die Industrie ist sehr stark in Amerika, nicht? Ich lebe in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley. So Silicon Valley is this is the last one. Silicon Valley is very strong when it comes to computers and those kind of things, right? Very strong. So now in Silicon Valley, of course, because you get a lot of income, the prices are higher as well. Right? You need to pay a lot that in other states maybe it wouldn't cost that much. Right? But then you're getting paid like twice as much as in other states. So that's it evens itself out. Das ist wunderschön. Und verdient man viel Geld? Ja, In Marvin, thanks for joining. In, es kommt darauf an, was du für einen Beruf hast, nicht? Wenn du einen Lastwagen fährst, dann nicht so viel, nicht? Wenn du ein Kellner bist, dann nicht so viel. Aber sag ich mal, wenn du im Computer arbeitest, dann kann man schon gutes Geld machen. Ja? Kann man schon gutes Geld machen im Computer. Putting more of those guys. By the way, I'm doing this, but really honestly, what is going on that I'm waiting for lithium to be produced on Vesania. Right? Because we need lithium. We have the nanocarbon alloy, it's over here, but the lithium we need. But we don't have 4,800 lithium yet. We only have like, I don't know, 1,200 or something. Hallo, ich bin Hanna. Hanna, Freundin von Julian. Ist das mit Waffen schlimm oder akzeptabel? Waffen ist kein Problem. Nicht? Das größte Problem ist öffentliche Schule, wo Kinder Waffen bringen. Natürlich sind sie nicht erlaubt, Waffen zu bringen in der Schule, nicht? Aber die tun dann, sag ich mal, eine Pistole in den Rucksack machen. Und dann, wie kannst du das finden, nicht? Das ist das größte Problem. Aber normalerweise, was passiert ist, dass die haben Metalldetektoren. Und die Metalldetektoren ja nicht, das ist wie am Flughafen. Dann fragen sie die Schüler, machen Sie mal den Rucksack auf, nicht? Und dann konfiszieren sie die Waffe. Wenn die Schule keine Metalldetektoren hat, dann kann es schon gefährlich sein, nicht? Weil wenn das Kind nicht, die Eltern sind nicht so gut, das Kind ist ein bisschen blöd und dann fängt es an rumzuschießen in der Schule. Nicht? Das ist schon ein Problem. Aber Hanna, ansonsten ist das nicht so, kein Problem, nicht? Aushaltbar. Ja, danke dir für die Info. Klar, Hanna. Danke fürs Joinen hier. Schon schön. Wenn ihr noch mehr Fragen habt, sagt mir, sagt mir. Ich muss das jetzt hier so machen und da ist das ziemlich langweilig, nicht? This is pretty boring, I'm telling them. So if you have more questions, let me know. What can I say, right? This is not doing itself here, so I need to... Where's the sixth one? That's the question. There should be six. Oh, I see it now. So, wenn ihr mehr Fragen habt, dann fragt mich, kein Problem. Ich lebe in den USA seit 96. Seit 96. Hannah, Julian und was war es? Marvin, ja. Jo, ich bin's nochmal. Julian, ist das mit SpaceX cool oder naja? Nein, das ist schon cool, weißt du. Die Situation ist mehr so, dass Space Travel war in der Vergangenheit NASA. Und jetzt, da ist mehr Geld im Umlauf. Und es gibt viele Milliardäre. Nicht wie wie heißt er nochmal? Nicht Bezos ist into space und der Tesla guy is also into space, right? So, because there is mehr Geld im Umlauf, da können die jetzt in Space Flight, right? Da können sie da reingehen. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Meine beiden Eltern sind verstorben und ich habe keine Geschwister und keine Familie. Und da spreche ich kein Deutsch normalerweise. Beide meine Eltern sind schon verstorben. Und das ist jetzt, sag ich mal, das erste Mal, dass ich Deutsch rede in vielleicht 10 Jahren oder so. Nicht? Das LOL-Killer hat das gemacht. You know, I need a little bit of a break of doing this nonsense here. This nonsense is still pretty annoying. Let's do some of these guys.
Dein Deutsch ist mega gut. Wir alle sagen das auch. Ja. Wir sind alle hackedicht. Gut, kein Problem, Mann. Jo,
Kein Problem. Dann trinkt euch mal schön. Nicht? Es ist ja auch Wochenende. Warum nicht? Kann man sich das gönnen. The thing that is probably the most exciting about America is that it is so welcoming of people of other cultures. Maybe that is also something that depends on the city, right, or the region, sort of, right. This is too far. I can't get it. If you go to Texas, maybe in the large cities it will be always good, right? But if you go to like a farmland, then there will be people that are against foreigners, right? But I think that's in Germany the case too, right? If you go zum Bauern, der mag keine Ausländer, nicht? Aber wenn du in der Stadt bist, dann macht das nichts aus. Und es ist ein großes Land. Amerika ist sehr groß. Gibt es viel Platz. Nicht? Und du brauchst viel Platz, damit du nicht nahe mit anderen Leuten lebst. Da kannst du ein bisschen weiter weg sein und deine Ruhe haben. Verstehst du das? Man braucht ein bisschen Ruhe auch, weißt du.
ich bin Leon, der LOL-Killer. Ja, gut, Leon. Wir lieben dich alle, Julian, Marvin, Hannah, Leon. Leon ist LOL-Killer. Awesome.
Gut, thanks. Danke fürs Watchen, fürs Anschauen. Ich freue mich, dass ich nicht alleine bin. Wenn ich das alleine machen muss, da, weißt du, mein Kopf verdreht sich da ein bisschen. Das ist viel Arbeit hier. But now finally the platforms will be finished. Just to explain that to you guys, das ist ein Computerspiel, nicht? Aber alle 3 Monate, da tun sie einen neuen Patch rauslassen mit neuen Features. Und ich starte ein neues Spiel. Jeden Patch starte ich ein neues Spiel. Was ihr hier seht, das habe ich in den letzten 2 Monaten gemacht. Warum mache ich das? Weil das Computerspiel endet sonst sehr schnell. Und ich brauche ja ein bisschen Content für YouTube. Ansonsten wird sich niemand da das anschauen, nicht? Und da mache ich solche Challenges, wo ich etwas aufbaue, das hat niemand bevor gemacht. Nicht? Das ist das erste Mal, dass jemand 4800 von diesen Dingern baut, von diesen Dingern da drüben. Nicht? Das ist das allererste Mal, dass jemand so etwas gemacht hat. Leute haben 1000 gemacht, 400, 2000, aber nicht 4800. So in einem Sense ist das ein Weltrekord. Und das interessiert Leute. Weißt, Leute wollen sich das sehen.
Immer gerne, wir feiern dich. Ist die Polizei rassistisch?
Wir haben ein bisschen ein Problem mit Drogen. Und die Drogen kommen von Mexiko. Und wenn du ein Mexikaner bist, da werden sie dir das Auto durchsuchen. Nicht, wenn sie einen Verdacht haben. Aber wenn sie dir das Auto durchsuchen. So ist es. Und dann die Drogen, Marihuana ist legal in vielen Staaten, ja, und da machen sie nichts mehr. Aber da gibt es auch Drogen wie Heroin und sowas, nicht? Die sind nicht legal. Und leider Gottes, was passiert ist, dass Schwarze sind typischerweise mehr drogensüchtig oder Benutzer von Drogen, sagen wir mal das so, nicht? Und in Staaten, wo sie ein Problem mit Drogen haben, was sie da machen ist, und ein schwarzer Auto angehalten wird, da wird das Auto auch durchsucht. Nicht? I mean, on one side, das macht Sinn, Aber auf der anderen Seite ist das natürlich rassistisch, nicht? Aber wenn der Staat ein Drogenproblem hat, was sollen sie machen, nicht? Da versuchen sie das Beste daraus zu machen. Die Polizei, one thing is also,
Mein glaubt den nicht. Doch tut er. Nein, tut ich nicht. Leon ist der Drogen nimmt. Nein, du bist strong, complete, du bist der beste YouTuber, wir alle.
gern geschehen. Die Marijuana ist okay. Nicht? In meisten Staaten in vielen Staaten ist Marijuana legal. Ist kein Problem, nicht? Hier in Kalifornien ist es legal. Du gehst sozusagen wie eine Pharmazie ist das, wie eine Drogerie gehst du rein und da kaufst du dir Marijuana. Es ist nicht billig, aber du kannst es ganz normal kaufen, nicht? Sozusagen in einem Supermarkt kannst du es ganz normal kaufen, Marijuana. Aber es gibt auch Drogen, die sind nicht legal, nicht? Wie Heroin oder sowas. Und diese Drogen, die versuchen sie dann zu minimieren, nicht? Damit da weniger Probleme sind. Und wenn da bestimmte Leute Probleme haben mit Drogen, eine Schwarze oder eine Rasse, THC, yeah, THC CBD is legal in California. Right? You just go to a Drogeriemarkt und kaufst das. Das ist vielleicht 20 Euro oder sowas, da kriegst du eine Flasche. Ist legal. Nicht? Und wenn auch ein Polizist dich anhält und du hast THC mit dir, dann sagt er, gut, tun Sie sich das mal gefallen lassen. Kein Problem. So in that sense, I think it is not legal in Germany, right? If I'm not mistaken. So here it's not a problem. You just go to Drogeriemarkt und kaufst du dir ein bisschen THC. Kein Problem. Solange du Geld hast, ist es kein Problem. This looks a little bit crooked, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe I get parallax. That's a possibility. Or is this one here crooked at the end? I don't know, man. This is such a large structure. I wish they would have snapped the grid.
Silk Spectre! Beth, how are you doing? Hiya! Just stopped by to ask what the deal is with the 4,800 RTGs. It is just for guilds?
No, it's a challenge, Beth. It's a challenge because no one has done this before, right? So I'm like the first one to do it. In adventure mode, of course. There is no need, Beth, because I haven't seen you in such a long time. I mean, probably like 2 months or something, right? I will show you what I have so far. Check this out. You've never seen something like this before. This is nonsense. And here's the splitter. So you just need to do divided by 4, right? 3,840. This is crazy.
I've been playing NMS. What's NMS? My wife is playing ESO online.
Yeah, we were just talking. I have a couple of people from Germany there, and marijuana is not allowed in Germany, right? It is a controlled substance, and in California it is legal, and I think there's like 20 states or something like that where it's legal, right? And so I told them that just go to like a pharmacy kind of thing, and you just buy it over the counter, right? And if a cop stops you with marijuana in a state where it's legal, it just says he's not even interested in it. It's a non-issue. You know, I wish they had snapped to grid because this is such an annoying thing to deal with. Such an annoying thing to deal with.
Oh, No Man's Sky. Nice, Beth. That's awesome.
No Man's Sky is you know, if Astroneer wouldn't be around, I would play No Man's Sky. So Beth, one thing that I'm doing is every time they release a new patch, I start a new game, right? Otherwise, there's nothing to do, to be honest. I don't know how to say that, right? There's just nothing to do. This game, you can finish it like in a week or two, right? But I like playing it, and you know, it's good content for YouTube. So why does this look so poo-poo here? Like so, maybe a little bit more to the left. Maybe a little bit more to the left. Sure. And then we have one more to go here, this guy. Yeah, if Astroneer, you know, wouldn't exist, I would play No Man's Sky. Well, now it's playable, right? After all the updates and all that kind of stuff, it's actually playable. I think in the beginning it was a little bit challenging. So now we finally have these guys done, skis. That was a little too much. Yeah, we really need snap to grid for this nonsense. So these printers are in theory done, skis. One of these printers can go back to... Can I access it? No, I need to sort of turn it off first. This one can go back to Vesania eventually. He probably ran out of argon here, right? Yep. I just need a little bit more steel for those structures. There you go.
It's playable just in the beginning. Ja, Marvin hat aus einer geschlossenen Flasche getrunken. Ah, nicht schlecht. I know this is really buggy and lots of issues, but fun to play. I got way more issues than Astroneer. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Beth. Was für ein Nobody, der Marv.
We have now 4 viewers. It's really awesome. Thank you guys for being here. That is so cool. Yeah, I think here's fine. And then once this is full, how much do we have left? 9. We have 9 items left. Now 8. Then this guy can go back, and the printers can go back. What to do with this, I have no idea. I have too much of it. I probably have to, you know, I will take it to here for now. Maybe I will just throw it off the base or something.
Sorry, Retro Gaming. Marvin. Was für ein Nobody. No problem.
Yeah, I didn't know No Man's Sky is still so bad. I have a friend in Boulder, Colorado. Beth, you are in Australia, right? If I'm not mistaken, in Adelaide. I have a friend in Boulder, Colorado that is playing No Man's Sky, and he tried to get me to play it. I didn't know it's still a bit on the sucky side. You know? I didn't know it's still a little bit on the sucky side. He was, when he was talking, he didn't mention anything that is like hella buggy.
Wir reichen immer das Handy rum. Nicht schlecht.
Nicht schlecht. Diesmal hast du Batterie auf dem Handy, glaube ich. Hast du Batterie, letztes Mal hast du 2% gehabt und da habe ich schon angefangen zu trinken und da ist der Mann über Bord gegangen. 2% Batterie hat es nicht gereicht.
%, nicht schlecht.
Beth, these folks in Germany, they are 9 hours ahead of Pacific time, so it's like way late for them. I think it's like 2 or 3 a.m. their time. So those people are partaking in the spirits. They're having some fun with the spirits. Well, I have to first do this, and then I can have fun with spirits. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of work. I didn't connect. POS did not connect. So this is all the nanocarbon here. I mean, we already used like 3, right? This is all nanocarbon. Nanocarbon, nanocarbon, nanocarbon. Up to here. Then the lithium comes over here. That's the lithium. We need to go to Vesania and get some lithium later. You know, Beth, I'm just making some challenges. This thing doesn't want to click in, man. I'm just doing challenges, right? 2 patches ago, I did 1007 shelters, right? Last patch, I did 342 solar arrays around Atrox. This POS, man. It's like junk. So this time, and hold on, I will actually stop them because I want to talk with you a little bit, Beth. Cheers to you all. Ha, Julian broke on the toilet. Hier ist Leon, wir sind alle drunk. Ja gut, freut mich. Beth, the 1007 shelters, that was because System Era was giving out during the holiday cheer event. They were giving out silicone. And the holiday cheer event also had a high score. So I kept making cosmic baubles, and my final score was something like 365,500 in the holiday cheer event, right? So you can imagine how much silicone I had. So I looked in the game, what can I make with silicone, and there was nothing really useful that I can make with silicone.
Ist Alkohol verboten in Amerika?
Auf der Straße in meisten Städten ja. Auch im Kraftfahrzeug kannst du keinen Alkohol haben. Ich meine offene Flasche, nicht und trinken aus der Flasche. Natürlich, wenn du vom Supermarkt Alkohol gekauft hast, kannst du das im Einkauf geschlossene Flasche haben. Aber offene Flasche ist verboten. Und es macht eigentlich nichts aus, ob du offene Flasche ich weiß nicht, was das heißt, hinten im Wagen ist, nicht im Kofferraum, oder ob das in der Kabine ist, in der Fahrerkabine. Das macht keinen Unterschied, ist verboten. Nicht, weil, sag ich mal, wenn die Polizei dich anhält, da kannst du mal die Flasche geschwind im Kofferraum geben, kein Problem, nicht? Deswegen ist das nicht erlaubt. Auch auf der Straße, sag ich mal, da gibt es ein paar Städte, die erlauben das. Nicht Miami ist auf der Straße kannst du trinken, in Las Vegas auf der Straße kannst du trinken. Da gibt es ein paar Städte, die erlauben das, aber generell nicht.
In Kraftfahrzeug ist Alkohol auf Deutschland verboten, außer ohne Auto.
Ah, okay, gut. Ich, weißt du, wo ich ein 18-Jähriger war, da konntest du Bier trinken im Auto. Nicht? Das war kein Problem. Da müssen sie das jetzt eingeführt haben, dass du keinen Alkohol haben kannst. After this, we need to go to Vesania and reposition the auto extractors. So Beth, I don't know if you're still on. Are you still on? I think Beth is still on, right? I hope Beth is on because I'm going to talk to you some more. If you're not on, that will be a pretty boring conversation. So during the holiday cheer event, right, they had the high score, so I started making tons of cosmic marbles, right, to beat the high score, and I had all the silicone left over. And so I'm like, what the heck am I going to do with silicone? So I started making shelters. And then I realized, hey, shelters is actually pretty decent for power if you have a lot of silicone, right? If you have a lot of silicone, shelters are pretty decent because each shelter gives you one power. So I started making like 32 shelters, 200 shelters, something like that, right? And then I got the idea of making 1,000 shelters on Aatrox, and it ended up being 1,007. So that is the story of that. Then in the last patch,
From 5 to is alcohol in Germany allowed? Ah, good, good.
das habe ich mir auch gedacht. Ja. Und and then in the last patch, they came up with the extra large wind turbine, right? Beth, I hope you're still on. That's for you. And so I said, you know what? Why do we need the extra large wind turbine? We already have the extra large solar panel, right? Which is just called the solar array, right? So I said, forget about the extra large wind turbines. Let's just make solar arrays around Aatrox. Oh, look at this guy. He's an overachiever.
12 hours is alcohol in Germany.
Ja, okay, Hanna. Hanna, weißt du, Mädchen immer ein bisschen besser als die Jungen, denke ich mir mal. Die Jungen, die sind besoffen und die können dann schon mal nichts mehr machen. Ich meine, Mädchen können auch trinken, aber wenn sie trinken, dann tun sie ein bisschen aufpassen auch. Nicht? Das ist natürlich. Did you see that? This thing was jumping and I tried to turn it.
The boys cannot so good English. Ah, yeah, yeah. The boys are all drunk. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good. So in the last update, right? They released the extra large wind turbines, and I was to spike them. I made 342, I think it was. 342 solar arrays, right? Telling them, look, you can already make infinite, I mean, constant power using the solar arrays. Why do you need the silly XL wind turbine? That's just a waste of development time, right? If you are doing something useful, make a large generator, right? That uses hydrogen or something. I don't know. Make something that makes sense, not like the XL wind. And wind is not reliable power resource, right? So this time, and I'm not here. So this time, System Error released exochips, right? So again, to sort of show them why did you do exochips? I can do 4,800 nanocarbon alloy. Why don't you make a printer that can take more than 4 resources? Right? That was the idea. This is why I'm doing this, to show them why didn't you make a printer that can take more than 4 resources and allow us to print something that is large. Right? We need to be able, let's say a spaceport. Why can't I print a spaceport that needs like, 20 silicone, that needs 200 aluminum alloy, 50 graphene, like that. Why can't I do something like this? Right? Why are you guys coming up with those exochips? But the exochips are no good. That's why I'm doing those challenges, right? To show people that, listen, I can make 4,800 nanocarbon alloy. I need a printer that can do something useful with it.
Leon is on the toilet, bro.
Nice. You guys are having lots of fun. That's good. So after this, we need to stop it. This is the going to be the last batch here. So Beth, if you're still here, right, that's my explanation why I'm doing those challenges. To show the people, right, to get them thinking. Why did you make the exodus? Make something more useful. Right? But now they are releasing on Switch. Dear Lord. And while Switch is a really good area to release the game, it is declining though. Right? Switch is on the decline. I will try to move them over here, why not? Let's see, can I get them? Yeah. Cookies. Sometimes they fall through, so I'd rather attach them.
It's right, Hannah. Yeah, Hannah, how are you doing? No, he's Marvin. He's okay.
Awesome. We need to make some lights here because you can't see anything. Right? You can't see anything. This at night. This is like dark. Maybe I should make some lights, but by the time I'm making lights, it's already. Maybe let's make one light here and see if it does make a difference. You know, who knows? It might not make a difference at all. So I will print one light and then we go to the signal. You can see if it makes a difference. Anyone is fine. Come to Papa here.
No, here's Marvin. He's okay. Hier ist Leon. Ist in Amerika viele Mafia oder Stadt?
Nein, da ist keine Mafia mehr. Das war so in den 70er Jahren und jetzt gibt es keine Mafia mehr. Es gibt mexikanische Kartelle, Drogenkartelle, nicht? Mexikanische Drogenkartelle, das kommt schon vor. I don't necessarily have a small printer. As far as I know. I mean, I could make a small printer, but the problem is, then I will have to shred them. So let's retool one of those and make a large thingy here. Alright, no more RTGs. This one, right? Is that the one? Is this the one? That's the one, right? One zero. Okay, print that. I also need to print a couple of lights. Die Mafia war in den 70er Jahren, jetzt haben sie das aufgeräumt. Keine Mafia mehr. Natürlich, Leon, kein Problem. So, one printer's over here, one printer's there. Is this Dunsky's? Yeah, this is Dunsky's. Beautiful. See this? This is beautiful. We're just going to turn this off here. You can also turn these guys off. And then we have an empty large container, and I have a spot for this guy. The empty large container is right there. This will be filled with lithium. But we're going to fill that with lithium later. This is steel. I will move the steel over here. This is also steel. I will move this over here. Freut mich, dass ihr euch feiert. Das ist gut. Sehr schön. Alright, this guy now, this can go over here. This is the one that made nanocarbon alloy, see? It's still heat for nanocarbon alloy. Right, and we turned everything off, I think. It's looking Gucci. And so the printer can go back there. This is the original spot for the printer, right? Now we need to make some lights. I need tungsten. How much tungsten do I have? 19. 19 is pretty good. I will start with maybe 2. We need to be a little bit frugal, I think. Wir feiern dich alle. Ja gut, freut mich. Was trinkt ihr? Was trinkt ihr? Ist es Wein? Schnaps? Jackie? Was trinkt ihr? So 6 in, I want to make a light. 6 in. 3, 6. Here. Marvin, Julian, Hannah und Leon. Was trinkt ihr? Ist es Wein? Jackie? Was trinkt ihr? Okay, so these 2 guys go now on here. I think somewhere here. Let's see. I don't know yet. Alright, you go here. So there's 3, 6, sort of here. Here would be 1. And it goes like this maybe. 3, 5, 6. I want to, maybe after 5. No, after 6. And here get this. You connect to here. Like so. And I'll make you a little bit tighter here. Come on. Sort of like so. Then we connect you. Okay, this doesn't work for some reason. Let's connect it here. See? Now we have a little bit of light. So I want to see how this looks like at night, if this makes sense. And we can make this throughout here. Alright, now we're going to Vesania.
Snaps und Wodka, Jägermeister. Jägermeister, das ist ein bisschen gefährlich, denke ich mir mal. Bisschen gefährlich. Mit dem Jägermeister.
So we have 2 empty ones here. We need to go and get more lithium, hopefully, on Vesania. So that's what we're going to do next. Is this gassed up? Yep, let's go. Vesania is the purple planet over here, this one. Whee! That was a beautiful pan. Gefährlich. Jägermeister ist schwer zu trinken, denke ich mir mal. Schwer zu trinken. Sein Kräuterlikör, nicht? Ich habe viel Jägermeister getrunken. Aber ist in Maßen. Wenn du zu viel trinkst, dann hast du gutes Kopfweh. Vielleicht ist es dir nicht gut. So now let's check on our lithium extractors. We need lithium, lots of it. So I have some empty canisters here. I don't think this guy will be full, but we need to reposition them. So how much did you make? They're empty. Look, they are slowly running out. That's what I'm talking about. They are slowly running out. You reposition them. Right, they show up like so, but they only produced how much? I think the indicator on this thing is broken. They produced 150. Right, so the indicator on this thing is crap. Okay, it can reach when you're Gucci. So we need another 2,400 lithium. Ja, ist Kräutergefühl. Kräuterlikör. Kräuterlikör, wenn du zu viel davon trinkst, da geht's dir sehr schlecht. Ist nicht so gut. Besser ist, denke ich mal, Wodka oder Jack Daniels, something like that. So let's see how much this one made. Half. It's still producing, but it needs to reposition. This one I need to check that it produces lithium. Sometimes it makes resin. It seems to be producing lithium now, so we should be okay. See if the auto arm can pick it up. No. Need to wait for the next one because it was in flight, it was hovering. Ja, natürlich, Hanna. Mädchen sind immer ein bisschen besser, denke ich mal. Nicht? Das ist natürlich. Das ist natürlich. Mädchen sind ein bisschen besser, wenn es da ums Trinken geht. So, let's see, what did this guy do? Oh man, this rover though. This rover though. Let's see, how much did this guy make? Oh god, nothing. This one cracked out, so to say. Let it produce one, I want to see if the auto arm can pick it up. Man, we have like nothing. We have no lithium here. Hier ist Leon, Hanna ist kurz vor dem Absturz. So we have 3 watchers now, thanks for joining us. If you haven't been to this channel, I start a new save game every patch release. The save game is about 2 months old, and we've completed the 4,800 nanocarbon alloy challenge, just to show system error that the problem is not to make a rare resource with the exochip. The problem is we don't have a printer that can take more than 4 resources. Right, that is the problem. Hopefully this will stay here. So since we made 4,800 nanocarbon alloy and I still have 1 month to go for the next patch to be released, I'm now making 4,800 RTGs. Why not? We have the 4,800 nanocarbon alloy, of course, because we finished the challenge. That's sort of like how that goes. But we need the lithium. We need now 4,800 lithium. Is over though. To complete the 4,800 RTGs. So that is what is going on here. That I need 2,400 more lithium. Where is my... Did I drive past it?
Digi, die ist kurz vor dem Absturz.
Arme Hanna. What happened here? I'm confused. I went this way. Yeah, this way is fine. I hope. I'm not coming back out on the... I'm not coming back out on the ramp. No, this is my auto structure. Okay, how much did you make? This one is close to being full. That's good. And it ran out. It ran perfectly. This guy ran perfect. So we have 3 viewers now. Let me know if you're not familiar with the game or with the channel. I do those challenges and it's only adventure mode. There is no creative mode. Glaube uns mehr als dem Mädchen. Okay, this is working, so now we are going and checking the other ones. This one will be full pretty soon. Maybe I should leave the canister here. Right? Because this one will be full pretty soon. And we're using the time to print the RTGs so that the auto extractors can extract. Because we still need 2,400 lithium to make this happen. So 2 patches ago, I built 1,700 shelters just as a challenge to show system error that you don't need RTGs necessarily to have a lot of power. This one is full. Good. We take it with us. That's Gucci. And see, there's the replacement canister already. Perfect. So what we do is we turn this guy off. Put this guy here. This guy here. Beautiful. And now we can keep going. This is good. Perfect. Infernal! Woo! No invisible pixels. I encountered one today when I was collecting soil, but I sort of just fixed it by going lower. Last time the invisible pixels were a pain in the neck. That is a reality. So we still need 2,400 lithium minus 400, so we still need 2,000 lithium to make the RTGs. Yesterday we had 888 RTGs. I will check how many we have today. This one broke, ran out, broke. I don't know what happened to it. Something crappy happened to it. Alright, I need to wait for it to produce one so that I can see if the auto arm can reach. Put it in here. Yep, yeah, Gucci. So one canister is coming with us. That's good because I have the VTOL is parked on Vesania at the moment. So I can take the VTOL to Silva. And technically I also have 2 empty canisters that I can take on the next trip to Silva. To Vesania. What is this? Invisible pixel? Could be. Dude, check this out. Do you see this? There's an invisible pixel. You see this? Okay, now the rover goes over it. If the rover goes over it, it can hook. So we don't want that. So there's an invisible pixel there. You just saw it live on stream. I'm not faking this. Wir gehen auf, kurz einen Krieg zu beenden. Bis morgen. Ja, gut. Du bist der Beste. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Those people were from Germany. It is like super late for them, like 2, 3, 4 a.m. or something like that. So they were having some fun. And one of them is a subscriber, and so he had his friends over and they were just chatting. Where is my ramp? Here, right? So we're taking this, we repositioned all of these guys. We're taking this to Silva, and we're taking the VTOL to Silva as well. How are you doing, Inferno? How was your week? Probably pretty crappy, huh? You are a nurse, right? How is COVID right now with Delta variant? Is it pretty bad for you guys? I would imagine it's not easy, right? I need to do this cheese trick here. You know, beggars can't be choosers. So this is lithium, that's good, and here's my VTOL thing. Alright, back to silver.
Nein, du bist die Beste.
Infernal, how come you can speak German? That's pretty impressive. This is Glacier. It's pretty impressive. He's on top of things, man. They were asking, you know, how crime is in the U.S. How politics are in the U.S. Is it safe? Those kind of things. Yeah, they're like 18 years old, roundabout. So, you know, they're just in the age to explore a little bit, to go places, look at things, explore, you know. We need to get maybe a little bit more here, make more hydrazine, because this is sort of running on fumes here pretty soon. I mean, it's not super urgent at the moment, but of course, do we have 7? Okay. So what we do here is we don't have room for the VTOL. You know what we do is we do a Swaparino. We put this guy up because this one goes back to Vesania. I borrowed it from Vesania, and then we have. Let's start printing these guys because I need to make more of these platforms. This is steel. This will go to here later. Steel. And this is lithium here. It's too far. Doesn't reach. No. Alright, lithium goes here. So we basically need to stop when we have as much lithium as we have nanocarbon alloy, if that makes sense. Yeah? Here's the nanocarbon alloy, here's the lithium, right? So we need 4 more, I think. And then we have equilibrium, if that makes sense. So the platforms are now done. I mean, they are not they are as good as I can make it. We have one lamp here. I hope the lamp is making like a difference. I don't know if the lamp is useful. We have one lamp. My speaker just had like a heart attack or something. The speaker had a heart attack. So we turn this off here again. So no more platform printing, that's over. We are Dunskies on the platform printing. So we take one of these guys with us. That makes sense. Right? One of these guys goes with us for the lithium. And we have one lithium candidate there. So far we are doing good. The only thing that I need to make sure is that I get the ratio of lithium consumption can't outpace the production of lithium plus my storage, if that makes sense. Right, so I just need to worry about that. And we have ammonium. We have tons of ammonium. I just need to go and get it.
Let me see here. Oh, Infernal, not really that bad, honestly. Just the usual up the nose test twice per week. Have to wear masks all the time. That's kind of on the suck side. And go through training on proper N95 respirator fitting. Yeah, hazmat training, how to handle residents, visitors who have been exposed, and so forth.
Yeah. Do you guys? I mean, I assume you have. Maybe you get that asked all the time. So I don't want to be that that person that asked you that question again. But do you guys have actual N95 masks, or do you have to use KN95, which is the European variant? right? That is what I'm using when I go hiking, right? I go hiking every day. I do 3 miles, 45 minutes, and if there's people on the trail, I put a mask on, but the only mask that I was able to buy was a KN95, which is sort of similar, but it's not identical. So I was actually curious if you guys in your profession get actual N95s.
Which is updated a lot, so we have to retrain. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. After I put these two guys on, I want to also check how long I have been streaming. I need to make another set of 6, by the way. Once we are done with this, I need to make another set of 6. I know it sucks, but what can you do? There is no automation for that. And that is also something that I wanted to show the system era. Right? There is no automation for this. About 7 here. I think I started slightly after 5. Let me check how long I have been streaming. An hour and 40. Yeah, I will make the platforms, and then I will call it a day. I need to make another set of 6 after this one. We have both the hard paper ones and the cloth ones. Depends on the situation and which works best for the person. We have to have another person pass us on the smell test. Yeah. The the cloth ones are not that great, right? My wife is wearing the cloth ones, and when someone smokes a cigarette or so, you can smell it for the cloth one, 100%. I mean, I don't know if it means that the virus goes through, but So the cloth ones, I'm wearing the KN95. That one, when someone is smoking a cigarette, you can't smell it. By the way, Infernal, I don't know if you heard, I'm in California, right? And they had forest fires. Right, it's not uncommon. Like 95% of the forest is federal forest, right? And so the state doesn't even maintain that forest. And so, most of the forest fires are in federal forests, and there's no budget for doing forest stuff. And when there's a forest fire, actually people normally wear masks. Not just, before COVID, before COVID, people would wear masks due to the forest fires. So for California to wear masks wasn't like that big of a change.
In our facility, if you have been vaccinated, you only have to wear the basic surgical mask.
The basic surgical mask is a droplet mask, right? The idea is that if someone coughs at you or spits at you or something like that, the mask catches that. It is not necessarily meant for protection against. Do you guys see that? I had it perfectly positioned on this POS, and it just moves it away. That's how it goes. I need to do another set because we need to get cracking on this stuff. I know it's boring as heck, but believe me, it's super painful for me. Yeah, the surgical mask is basically meant, if a surgeon does like an incision and blood is squirting out, right, that it doesn't go into that surgeon's mouth, because that would be not sterile. I will check chat in just a moment. I think I saw you wrote something, but this thing is just keeping me busy here. Once I turn it around, I will check.
Yeah, last month the smoke came all the way here in South Dakota from the fires. Yeah.
From the fires, yep. South Dakota. It's crazy, right? They have like maps of how the smoke distributes across the United States, right? Some guy in California, you know, threw a match on the ground. It's probably not the case, right? But just saying. This one is super eager, this guy. This one here on the right. He's super eager. He wants the chicken for the winner. Let's see if I can just do one. Great, thank you. Alright. I need to do another set of 6. There is no rest for the wicked, man. I need to get cracking here. Come on, finish. Yeah, so in California it was actually, it's not uncommon that people wear masks because of the smoke, right? If we have a forest fire problem. This is actually before COVID. We had N95 masks. We had 4. You know, just for forest fires. And then when COVID started, we couldn't wear any masks. I mean, we couldn't buy any masks, I meant to say. And so we were wearing the N95 masks to go shopping, you know, those kind of things. And then I was able to, through my employer, they have sort of like, you can buy cars through them, you can buy laptops through them, desktop computers, you can buy like all kinds of things, right? And one of their suppliers was, a, you know, pharmaceutical for people that need like syringes and those kind of things, right? And they happen to have KN95 masks for sale. This is how I got my KN95 masks. I think I bought 10 just to try them out. They worked really well, and so I got 20 more. I don't know if you have to purchase masks privately, right? You may just get them from the hospital for free, but if you have to purchase masks privately, the KN95s are like $250. So if you buy like 20, that's $50, right?
Honestly, glad to talk to someone educated on masks. Usually people I talk to are the ones who wear dust masks.
Yeah. So, you know, before I started sort of like computer games, right, metal restoration was one of my hobbies, but that was like 7 years ago. I haven't done this in a long time. And for metal restoration, you actually use some solvents that are carcinogenic. And so I actually have a mask that is better than N95 mask. It's an actual carcinogenic, you know, prevention mask, so that the gases from the solvents don't make it through, right? And in wearing that mask is because it goes over your nose and your mouth, right? It doesn't go. That mask does not go over your eyes because it's just inhalation of the carcinogenic solvent is a problem. The eyes don't have a problem with that. So I have that mask. I still have it, and it has 2 filters on the sides. The filters are probably expired by now, but that mask is actually also good for mold, right? A lot of people don't know that if you do like home restoration, right? When you have something that is really old, it might have black mold, and a black mold can be very dangerous. So if you're dealing with those kind of situations, you actually have masks that are better than N95 masks, right? N95 masks are sort of like meant for, you know, when you are when you are dealing with things that where there's some organic material in like, let's say you're sawing something, right, and the sawing has like some kind of mold or some kind of stuff on it, right? They are good for that because then the sawdust vaporizes it and you would breathe that in, right?
I supply my own surgical mask, bought a bunch through Razer since they were doing a fundraiser. Yeah, I saw that too. Most my PC stuff is Razer anyways.
Yeah, I saw that too about their fundraiser stuff and the masks. That was pretty cool. But the Razer masks are not, I mean, at least the ones that I saw were not N95 rated, right? They were fancy cloth masks. I don't know if you saw that RTG just now. It, the way it unpacked, it was invisible for a moment. It's just the game glitching, you know. So we print this one and then one more, and then we need to start printing more of the others. The Razer masks were sort of like more fashionable, I felt. So we'll start printing these guys here. We need to really get cracking on this.
Yeah, the Razer ones were medical. Okay,
Basic droplet. Okay, so like a surgical mask, right? But not gas inhalation. Yeah. Um, you know, the funny thing is sometimes you know, before COVID we went to restaurants because you basically talked about people who don't know really the details, right? And some of the restaurants, I work in the San Francisco Bay Area, right? And so the Bay Area is, there's some fancy restaurants there, right? And at one restaurant, right, there was a dish, I'm vegan, right? And so there was a dish that was vegetarian, and I asked the waitress if she could ask the cook to make it vegan. And the waitress asks me at a fancy restaurant, right, where you pay like $50 per plate, right? What is the difference? Right? The waitress asked me what is the difference. So I'm like, okay, great, that didn't work. One of these platforms got unlocked. I don't know which one. Let me see. I swear I heard the unlock sound. Was it this one here? No. I thought I heard it unlock. Maybe it was this guy. Yes. Yeah, you know, my insight after, you know, being alive for this long time, most people don't know beans about things like science, medicine, law, right? People think that, you know, you get a phone call after you're being arrested. It's just something that they show in movies. That's not actually true. Not that I have been arrested, I'm just saying it's not, you don't get a phone call. There's no such thing, you know? But people believe it. Right? People have all kinds of conceptions of how cars work, you know, that there's like a flame that heats something up, you know, and then the car goes. It's not a steam engine, you know what I mean? It's not a steam engine. Oh, this is the last batch. I have to do it, right? Because I sort of have to keep up a little bit. I figured if I do 4 batches of 6 each stream, I will be done by September 10th. I don't know. I will. I intend to stream tomorrow in the morning. And I intend to make 6, 4 batches with 6 each. Just to do a little bit of catch-up game. Oh, I forgot to position those. Let's do that real quick. This way we get the break.
Yeah, that's always been one of my big things too. Schools should teach the country's law and the students more important than learning
Plant cells. Yeah, you know, I think schools are just there so that the parents can work. I mean, to some point, right? Then when they go to college, I'm not actually super sure how the colleges ensure that they guarantee a certain level of education is met. I have no idea how that works in the United States. I didn't go to school here. You know, from in the country where I'm from, it's Germany, right? The college is free. I mean, you have to pay like for your student card. There is like nominal fees, right? And then sort of like to maintain your student record, right? So there is like a monthly a semester fee that's like somewhere between $70 to $250 per semester, right? And other than that, and by the way, when you with your student card, what you do get is free public transportation. Any train, as long as it's within the country, any bus, as long as it's within the city where you are. And actually, there are student passes that allow you to use buses outside of the city because you may be sort of not a transfer student, but what I mean to say is you may study at a different college for like a semester, right? That's a possibility.
check chat real quick. And other basic life things like how to budget.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that was kind of interesting, I mean, my wife and I are married since '98. So, but one of the first things that I noticed is that she started doing minimum payments on the credit card. And I asked her why she's doing that, and she said that because this is how her parents did it. And then I explained to her, you know, how interest works, and that she needs to pay it in full every month, right? And you know, for all this time, that's what she has been doing. But it also tells me that, you know, very simple things like even credit card, no one taught her, not the school, not the parents, right? Another thing is stock, right? My wife has no idea how stock works, how mutual funds work. Never had any interest in that, and no one taught her that, right? I don't know why they don't teach this. We have an accountant now that manages our portfolio.
Other than that, I wouldn't know. Many people believe minimal payments increase their credit.
Really? That is crazy. This is the last batch, right? Then I need to move it. Move it, move it. We need to move it. Minimal payments increase their credit. Wow. That is insane. But you know, I don't want to make fun of people, right? There's many other things that I have heard people say, you know, that are pretty crazy. And maybe some of those things I don't even know the right answer to it, right? Because, for example, if you get diagnosed with cancer, right, your doctor has to recommend treatment. There is no other way. But the cancer might be incurable, right? Or it may progress so slowly that you will outlive the cancer, right? So that is a little bit controversial topic now, right? But the doctor always has to recommend treatment, no matter what, right? And the treatment may not be useful. Your quality of life may be severely reduced with the treatment, and the treatment may also I want to say help to spread the cancer into other areas. But, I don't know if metastasize is the right word for that, right? But it might not be. I have no idea really. But because we don't really know. But the doctor always has to recommend treatment, no matter what, right? And there are some cancers, like prostate cancer, right, that can develop very, very slowly, very, very slowly, to the point where you can live to be 90 and you won't have a problem.
According to my banker, many people around here believe they can build credit by doing the CD route. CD, what is a CD?
A cash deposit? Probably not, right? I'm not sure what the CD is. Oh, I wish there would be a way to do this more efficiently. Something that can unpack. This is such a bore. So after we finish that, that is the last batch, right? I hope I don't have to make another one. I lost count, to be honest. I hope that I need to do 24 a day to finish on September 10th, just to get some buffer for the system error people, or if something doesn't go according to plan,
It's when you lock in a lump sum of money to build a low amount of interest, whatever the interest rate. Okay.
That's probably a very poor investment method, right? It's better to invest into like a S&P 500 mutual fund. Yeah, but you're right. Many people don't have that education, right? The financial education. Right? Many people don't have legal education. Many people don't have medical education. So it's challenging, right? And people live their entire lives without, knowing the answers to something. And that's okay, right? But it also, a lot of the decisions that people make are affected by their lack of knowledge. Can I make this thing go here? Alright, 2 more. Dear Lord, this is so draining. Tomorrow morning I will do 4 batches of 6. And probably nothing else, because I need to get this going. I wish you could program an action, and then like a robot would do that action for you.
I try to help those who want to learn, since knowledge or hoarded becomes useless.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Many times though it happens that people don't want to learn, and then I don't force them, right? I don't force them. I'm sort of falling behind here a little bit. It's fairly easy to fall behind. The small printers are actually pretty quick, to be honest. No complaints about the small printers. And that's the last batch, right? We have 1 more to go though. Yeah, many times it happens that people just don't want to know.
One of these days I will learn about stocks.
You know, the easiest way to do is, of course, go to an accountant that someone else is using and they can recommend, right? And you have to use the accountant for like a couple years, right? Not just like 1 year is not good enough. And then the accountant will ask you what is your risk strategy. You know, they will ask like useful questions like that. And then based on that, they will recommend what to do with your portfolio. Oh, last one, thank goodness, because it's telling me. If you don't want to go to an accountant or don't know anyone that is using an accountant, I mean, that can happen, right? That no one in your family has enough money on accountant to manage that. Then just you know, learn about S&P 500 mutual fund. And of course, any of these kind of investments have to be long-term investments, right? If someone asks me, hey, I need to invest something for a year. For a year, you're not going to make any useful investments. Right? When you invest something, you invest for like 10 years, 20 years, something like that, right? So investing works best when you're young. You can be more aggressive. Then as you get older, you become more conservative in your investment strategies. All right. Dear Lord, this is such a chore. You guys like those platforms? It's pretty crazy. I think the light does nothing. Right? I don't think the light does anything. I can't see the light doing anything. It's too far. Oh, now we get connected. So it's the last batch for today. Thanks for being here. Doing this all by myself is pretty boring. I mean, it's still boring, but at least I can talk about something, you know. So I was thinking I need ideas for the next patch. I don't know what the next patch will be. That's the challenge. We don't know, right?
We have one accountant here and they probably are pretty bored and would love to have a visit. Very small population and mostly farmers and ranchers.
Then maybe the accountant does not, unless some of the farmers are pretty large, right? Because you know, one of those equipment things can be like $250,000, right? And there's farming equipment that can be like 2 million, 3 million, right? If you guys have those kind of farms, right, then the accountant will have enough exposure to these kind of investment strategies, right? Otherwise, if there's just like people that have like, you know, 50, 100, 150,000, then this guy doesn't know really much. I'm thinking. It's not his fault. It's just like it's not necessary in his job. It's just not necessary. Oh God, this is crazy. Let's take a screenshot because it's getting morning here. So I usually go to this end, position my butt on the corner, and take a screenshot because for YouTube you need screenshots, right? Maybe I can do like so a little bit. Yeah. Like so. Right, to get a really good screenshot. Alright. Boing, screenshot 1.
Yeah, if you still want a crafting minion, I'm free Monday and Tuesday. Most of the farms are family owned and multi-million.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? We have some farms here where they have like, it's like some person that is now retired, and they were part of Intel in the beginning, right? So they made like $5-6 million, right? And so their farm has like 6 horses, and I don't know if they even grow anything, right? They might not grow anything. All right, here's now the big reveal, and we are going to use the calculatory 4704. 4704 divided by 4 comes out to 1176. So we are maybe a third done. Maybe a third done. Something like so. I mean, it looks pretty cool. But of course, once this is all full, I think the light does nothing. The light does absolutely nothing, I'm thinking. I made this a little bit larger so that maybe the rover could go here. A little bit of a tight fit, right? But just in case. I made this a little bit larger. Let me go to the other side and see how much space I have on the other side. I think there was less space on the other side. My speakers are like on the fritz when I do that. Yeah, there's a little bit less space. The rover might have a hard time here. But look, so how many? I just don't want to fall down. At the end of the stream, I don't want to fall down. 3, 6. So it's 6 where the light is. Right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we have 14, 15, 16, 17. Right? And this will be all full eventually. I mean, you can see that there's a little bit of crookedness there, but I did the best that I could. Nowhere near as smart as you, though. So simple tasks are best. Forgot you asked 2 days ago if I use Steam right before the end. Yes, Steam. Oh, sweet. But I don't. This is very boring, so I don't want you to like spend your time on this. Enjoy your free time, because really, honestly, this is such a chore. Oh my God. Putting up the platforms, oh God, it's like so bad, right? Because you need to pick it up, put it down, pick it up, tilt it, put it down. It's like so bad. Thankfully, that nonsense is done now. And now these guys is just really annoying as hell. Really annoying. I probably shouldn't use the word that I used. But it is very annoying. So we have one going back, and maybe I was thinking I could eventually bring up an ammonium canister and make some. You know what? I need to make one titanium. I need to make one titanium alloy, but I don't have any hydrogen here. Actually, we have a graphene here already. Let's get some titanium. Where's the titanium? Because I wanted to print the hydrazine jetpack. Yeah, your platform placement is amazing. Is it amazing? No, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, the platform placement, to be honest. It could be better. Does this guy have titanium here? No. So perfect. Put this here. Okay, it just goes off and does its thing. We mix the titanium alloy, and then I can print the hydrogen jetpack. And I think that sucker is being printed on here somewhere, right? I mean, whatever takes titanium alloy. There you go. Hydrogen jetpack, no problem. No problem. Okay, so we turn this guy on, we push this down, we push this up. It's blinking because it needs a hydrogen. No problem. Let's do this. Did it connect? No. How do I make it connect like so? Oh, wow, interesting. What if I just... Oh, okay, that works. Cool. Let's try this.
The patience required to do a platform grid that size, though.
It was brutal. It's just be honest about it. It was brutal. Maybe I can take a picture. Let me go over there. Almost died there. Want to be honest with you, almost died there. How much is it? Yeah, it's okay. It's for taking pictures, right? For taking pictures. I don't know how the picture turned out because I was like falling and the guy was going so I don't know. I don't know how good the picture is. We'll have to see. Do I have any room here, man? This is like all so crammed. Yeah, there's room right there, son. Go there. You know what I haven't tried out? Yeah, I'm splurging now. I don't know if you have ever tried this out. Hold on. Let's do something else. Hold on, Steve. You know what I'm about to do, right? You know what I'm about to do. The cheese is strong. So... No. Ah. When you click on it, it takes one and puts it in there. So I can't be clicking on the top. So I hope this one goes into the I need to get some ammonia. I hope this one will take it. I mean, this is all I have, so you better take it, son. It takes it. Perfect. So this will fly, right? This will totally fly. What is this? Hydrogen. What do I have for hydrogen here? Alright. Hydrogen everywhere. Hold on. I haven't tried this before. It should work, right? It should. I mean, maybe. Where's the... Hold on, skis. You see what I'm trying to do? Oh, it doesn't unpack. Yeah, it's not working. Hold on. What if I put it on the top? No, right? It doesn't unpack for some reason. Why? I don't know. Why no unpack? No. Nada. Nada. POS. The cheese is back. The cheese is back. Yes. Yes, sir. The cheese is back. And you know why? Because I'm going to package that guy. So this isn't working, unfortunately, which is very sad. And this is my oxygenator, right? Perfect. So all is good. All is good. This is filled up. So we did the test. The hydrogen jetpack doesn't work on the VTOL, which is very sad. Very, very sad. was actually dreaming of testing that. Never got a chance to doing it. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. I moved here a little bit. Thrusters unpacked, but wouldn't recommend it. Thrusters unpacked, what do you mean thrusters? Explain to me the thrusters. The hydrazine thruster, it's a medium item. It only works on the medium attachment slot, and the medium attachment slot is not key bound to action, I think, right? For you to shoot the fireworks, right? You put 2 medium storages up. You put 4 fireworks facing forward, right? And then you need like a button repeater that connects from the bottom to the medium storage, and then you can do ZX to activate the fireworks, and they will shoot then out into the front. You can ignite a solid fuel thruster on VTOL. You can, but it's facing upwards, right? I think it's facing upwards. What's the purpose of that? A solid fuel thruster is a medium item. It can't attach to the bottom, right? It has to attach on the top. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. That's awesome. We actually have currently 3 people watching, so that's very cool. Thanks for watching. I will do a stream tomorrow around 11 a.m. Pacific or 2 p.m. Eastern time, and we will just do the large storage silos. That's what's going on, right? Just to catch up, I need to do more large storage silos. That's a reality. So I stream every day, and I only play on stream. If you guys want to get notified when I'm streaming, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The bell icon will give you an in-app notification, or if you don't have the YouTube app installed, you will simply get an email. That's it for today. I see you guys tomorrow.